Oh, to Iran now, where the semi-official news agency says the government has lifted restrictions on Telegram. You know, that's the popular app that the protesters were using to organize those mass demonstrations and spread anti-government views. We used it to talk to some Iranian protesters about their cause and their message to the world. They thanked President Trump and the American people for their support.
They are risking their lives to bring freedom to Iran. Iranian protesters from the streets telling Fox News they thank President Trump and the American people for supporting their uprising against the theocratic regime in Tehran. We interviewed the activists in Iran through a social media app, hiding their location. They do not want us to use their voices out of fears of reprisals. One protester told us, quote, "We thank you, President Trump. We call on all of the supporters of the people who oppress this regime from different fronts to put pressure with you and overthrow with us." The protesters we talked to were blunt. They will not give up, they vow, until the hardline regime is toppled. Iranian people want to achieve a democratic and independent government and play a role in it. In Iran, taxis and buses and public places, you heard people talking that they are happy that the United States and President Trump is actually taking actions on the side of the Iranian people. And as you know, the overthrow of this regime and establishment of a free country is in the interest of the entire world. Another activist texted us his answers to our questions. The president called the Iranian regime, quote, brutal and corrupt. How important was that to hear for you? He wrote, quote, "He is correct and we approve of what he spoke. He should help the Iranian people. We need internet because the internet in Iran is banned. We ask President Trump to convince European Union to ban the mullah." The protesters are members of the banned opposition group, the National Council of Resistance of Iran. Its leader, Maryam Rajavi, has been directly blamed by the government for the unrest. Supporters have defiantly displayed banners with their photograph. The reason, one told us, quote, "We have no life in Iran. Our life and death is equal. We have nothing to miss. We want freedom. Just poverty, unemployment, and corruption is the result of the mullah regime." Another was very clear. These uprisings have just begun. People are not at all willing to give up. Their patience has come to an end, and they have nothing to lose. Nobody wants to go back. We want to go forward. People want a free republic. That is what people have been chanting. We know that we need to be at risk for a revolution. This is an inevitable revolution, and we accept it. Well, on Friday, the president continued waiving sanctions against Iran under the nuclear deal. He says that will be for the very last time. And he gave European countries 4 months to fix that controversial agreement. And the activists I talked to said that they want even stronger sanctions against Tehran, such as cutting off oil exports and cutting off its access to the international banking system. They also vowed they will not give up. You can read more about them in my article that's on foxnews.com, or just go on my Twitter, Eric Shawn TV. Fascinating group of people who I was privileged to be able to talk to.
Yeah, it's good that you can speak directly with the protesters like that way.
It was amazing.
With technology.
The use of this app, and I mean, it's amazing.
It really is fascinating. Yeah. Thanks, Eric.
Yeah.